several years ago, your life got completely blown up. It sounded like you were going to jail. People started calling you a child molester. You're a child molester. I was attacked for talking to you, which is kind of funny. Normally people are attacked for talking to me, but I was attacked for talking to you. And but at the heart of that story was foreign influence. And I've never heard you describe what exactly happened there. So in one sentence, news broke in the New York Times that the House Ethics Committee?
No, this was. I got news that the Department of Justice.
Oh, sorry, it was DOJ. It was a criminal investigation.
Was investigating me, and obviously I knew that the allegations were false. That someone was
You'd be in jail right now if they were true.
Obviously, and
you and Andrew Tate would both be in jail. So stop with the bullshit.
And by the way, no one has ever even made an accusation against me in any forum in which I can depose witnesses, do cross-examination, review records. So that's how you know the allegations against me are false. No one is ever willing to make them in any forum where I'm allowed to fight back, where I have any of the tools that you would get.
You haven't been charged and brought to court. So
charged, sued, anything. And so
You've never been sued on the basis of this?
No, of course not. And if anyone were to sue me, a human being would have to stand up and make an accusation against me and have their name behind it. That's never happened. Who is the person who has publicly accused me of misconduct regarding women? It doesn't exist, right? It is just an op. And it was an op to silence me. And Israel was involved. And I hate to say that. I was shocked to learn it. But there was a consulate official.
Okay, this is amazing. So this is the charge that you were trafficking underage girls.
Absurd. And
I don't even know what the charge was, but that was the headline. Matt Gaetz traffics underage women. It's like, oh my gosh, can't talk to Matt Gaetz anymore.
Well, for us, the shocking moment was when my father, who's a prominent person in our community, got outreach from someone he had never met that said that there were pictures and images of me with underage prostitutes, and my dad needed to meet with these people right away. And so my dad, somewhat surprised and concerned, goes and talks to these people and says, "What in the world are you talking about?" And they said, "Well, Mr. Gaetz, we need $25 million from you to go and rescue a spy that is being held in Iran. And if you do that, we can make these things about your son go away." Which was crazy and wild. We did what any reasonable people would do. We went to the FBI and said that we were being extorted by these folks with their false claims. And we later learned that this consulate official working for the Israeli government was sending text messages to Scott Adams, of all people, the Dilbert cartoonist, saying they were expecting my father to furnish this $25 million payment and that would be evidence of my consciousness of guilt.
For the American FBI agent grabbed on an Iranian island maybe 18 or 19 years ago.
And I don't know anything about this person. I don't know if the person's dead or alive, but it was troubling and concerning to me that someone who was getting paid by the Israeli government was involved in a criminal shakedown of a U.S. congressman. And someone went to jail for this. The person who conveyed this message to my father pled guilty to the attempted fraud. And surprisingly, there was never really an effort to figure out what the government of Israel's involvement was in this matter.
But you know that the government of Israel was involved because this was an Israeli government official who was involved in this?
Yes, a person who, his name's Jake Novak. I think he currently works for Real America's Voice, and he sent text messages.
What?
Yeah. That's the name of the official, and he sent messages to Scott Adams saying that he was involved in this scheme that was later deemed a criminal scheme to shake down my family based on these false allegations. He got a television show.
Come on now. I didn't know any of this. I'm not playing dumb. I really didn't know that. Have you ever talked to him about it?
I have attempted to figure out, because obviously I still have a lot of unanswered questions about why he was working for a foreign government and trying to shake down my family.
Well, what's the answer, do you think?
Well, some have shared with me their concern that this was a consequence of some of the votes and positions I took in the Congress. I represented one of the most military-heavy districts in the entire country.
I think number one.
Yeah, right up there. And I saw these wars in the Middle East that my neighbors and friends had fought in as unworthy of our best, unworthy of the disruptions in parenting and the divorces and the injuries.
Suicides, yeah.
And so I took the position that we should be less entangled in these things. And I think that really shocked a number of people who thought I would be more of a neocon coming from the district I came from. And I think that, that with like the Israel influence operation, it's always fire and ice. It's always outreach followed by consequence, and then outreach and then consequence. Even to this day, there was someone who just appeared and offered to pay me a bunch of money to go to Israel and give a bunch of speeches. And, you decline those offers when you don't feel they're appropriate. And then lo and behold, it's like Greenblatt on the other side of the operation calling you an anti-Semite.
This just happened to you?
Yeah.
You've got such a, maybe you've just been around, you're younger than I am, but been around a lot. You have such a blasé attitude. Like, yeah, that happens. People try to pay you off, then they threaten you, pay you off, then they threaten you.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, this is the parlance of government. It's a series of carrots and sticks. And, I was the only Republican in the entire Congress during my time there who refused all PAC and lobbyist donations because it was like a game I just didn't want to win. What you have to realize is what most of your Congress is doing most of the time is trying to move up in this system. And sometimes moving up means a better committee. Sometimes it's like getting invited to better dinner parties. You lived in Washington for many years.
Yeah.
You know that there's this like hidden dinner party circuit that is reflective of your influence and your acceptance. And people who are probably good people when they get elected go there and morally compromise for that. And I just like reached a point one time when I just thought, I don't even care. Like, it's like, oh, well, if you do enough favors for the chief deputy whip, they'll invite you to their fundraiser. And then you could move up. And the whip could invite you to his foreign trip. And if you say the right things on the foreign trip and kiss the ring, well, then maybe like the majority leader will want you on a task force. And at the end of the day, I thought, I'm not here to do any of this stuff. And I don't really care about any of it.
Those are prizes not worth winning, too.
Yeah, it's sort of like the homecoming court. Like nobody really cares except the people doing it. The problem is in Congress, the people who are not the brightest and not the, I think most service-oriented often prevail in that system.
It's also a low bar, so just pathetic. But
and it's even more pathetic when really smart, accomplished people do it. Like that's always what amazed me. If you were like, I'm just a country lawyer from North Florida, I'd been in the legislature, got elected to Congress. I'd never done anything in my life that rendered me a war hero or some tycoon of industry. But those people do get elected at times, and then you just go watch them debase themselves. And they become actors. And the scripts are written by the lobby corps and produced and directed by the leadership.
You never took AIPAC money?
I did not. I refused those funds.
How did that go for you?
I just,
Well, I guess you ultimately got blackmailed.
I didn't become attorney general.
No,
but
I forgot.
But that wasn't precisely about AIPAC for me. That was just about all of it. I even had groups like the NRA or Right to Life that I was largely aligned with say, well, will you take our PAC money? And the whole thing seemed untoward. Like, how do you take money from people who have a specific interest, at times hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars, and then go stand at the fish house in Pensacola, Florida and tell people you're not influenced by it? I couldn't perform the act anymore. Now, there are other, throughout my time in Congress, there are other kind of accommodations you have to make. Like I had to be there, willing, able. Anytime your bookers or anybody else's bookers would call and say, come be on television. Because my theory was if I wasn't going to have the resources to buy ads, just go be on TV a lot. And, that comes with its own compromise to your life and your overall operation.
Right. Well, life is a series of traps. Right. And sometimes you don't know you're falling into them. Yeah. It seems like a good trade, but it never is. Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. We hope you'll subscribe to it. And by the way, you can hit the little bell on there and get notifications every time we produce a video. We hope you'll do that also.